Oh my god. Hi everyone, it's me. So here we are. This week I wanted to make a Canadian classic favorite, one that I have trouble pronouncing. It's Nanaimo Bars. Nanaimo Bars. If you know me at all, even just a little bit, you probably know that I can't cook and I definitely cannot bake. And yet here we are. So this is going to be another installment of I Can't Make That Nanaimo Bars. Just a real quick side note, my tripod is broken. I don't know if you guys know anything about tripods, but it comes with like that little bit on the top that you screw the camera into and then you like connect it. I have lost that. I don't know where it is. So my camera right now is literally just balanced on top of the tripod. So if it falls off, that sucks. If for some reason I get like a weird camera angle, it's because it has fallen off and I've had to readjust it. We're just making do with what we have. So I have never created Nanaimo Bars before. I have a recipe here from Craft Canada, and it's just written instructions, and I'm not going to watch the video. I'm just going to follow along and we're just going to see what happens. So without further ado, let's go. I'm actually so nervous. The ingredients that you need based on this craft website is semi-sweet chocolate, some butter, an egg, vanilla, graham crumbs, flaked coconut, chopped walnuts, Bird's custard powder, milk, and icing sugar. Wow, it just got real dark in here all of a sudden. Let's get us some lights. So right off the bat, I don't really know what a lot of these ingredients are. I couldn't find semi-sweet chocolate, so I got just milk chocolate bars because of who I am as a person. Also couldn't find flaked coconut, so I got this desiccated coconut. I don't know what that word means. So my ingredients is the milk chocolate bars, some weird coconut stuff. I did find the Bird's custard powder. Don't really know what that is. We've got some vanilla. I found British icing sugar of the silver spoon. I've got some actual butter. I found some walnut halves, which we'll have to crush up. I got milk, eggs. The one thing that I couldn't find are graham crackers. Now apparently graham crackers either don't exist in the UK or are very rare. So I read online very briefly that if you mix digestive cookies or biscuits, whatever, with the rich tea classic ones, like you mix them together, it's essentially a graham cracker crumb. Okay, so wonderful. I also have measuring cups courtesy of my best friend. She's a chef. She gave me these when she watched my last I Can't Make That. So I'm feeling really hopeful. Okay. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? So, Nanaimo Bars are the classic Canadian handheld dessert. Whip up a batch of our homemade Nanaimo Bars and celebrate our culinary heritage. You alright? Oh, it's even interactive. You can click the steps to mark them as complete. Now we need to heat the oven to 350. But I have a feeling like it's gonna make a really loud noise. Whatever, we're gonna do it anyway. We've gotta heat the oven to 350. What is that in Celsius? Step 1 is complete. You're gonna hear that, I'm really sorry. This is just what I have to work with. Okay, so microwave 2-ounce chocolate and half a cup of butter in a large microwavable bowl on medium for 2 minutes or until butter is melted. How do I find out what 2 ounces of chocolate is? I'm pretty sure I had a measuring cup at some point. I found this. I thought I bought a a measuring cup, like a glass thing, of which I can't find because I love to be prepared. So I found this just hanging out in the back of the cupboard, and there's some measurement stuff on it. So we're gonna go ahead and use that. So I need 2 ounces of chocolate. Now everybody knows Canada is famous for poutine, which in all honesty, I think poutine is gross. I think fries should not be soggy, and that's the end of the story. I feel like this might be my biggest disaster yet. Can you even see the stuff on the table? I don't have my glasses on, I can't see what you're seeing. It's alright. Okay, so we are microwaving until it is completely blended, melted, whatever. I can't read. Okay, that chocolate took a long time. Is that even recording? Sup, it is. Now we've got what I think is potentially 2 ounces of chocolate. Who really knows? Only a scientist. Next, we need half a cup of butter. I did not do this properly. Why can't I just read ahead? I need a big ass bowl. I think I could just, seems reasonable, right? If I could just maybe get the bulk of it like that. I feel like I've already made so many mistakes that perhaps I should have read this before I turned the camera on. So realistically, I'm gonna need a big bowl to do all this in. Okay, so technically you're supposed to do all of this in a big microwave bowl, which I don't have, and I'm not supposed to microwave this one. So I've done them in separate bowls, so sue me. And we need to mix, please go over there. We need to mix the chocolate and the butter. All right, so we've got our chocolate. I'm not looking at it. Don't lick that, it's gross. Now we want to blend an egg and the vanilla. Now the vanilla said 1 teaspoon. Ew, that's disgusting. Don't fall in, please. So we want 1 teaspoon of some vanilla. Then we want to do our graham crumbs, coconut, and nuts, which I am not confident about any of those ingredients because they're all wrong. Stir in the graham crumbs. Now we need 2 full cups. So I'm thinking we do 1 cup of the rich tea and 1 cup of the digestives. This is so messy. Who's gonna do all the washing up? Because Lord knows I don't want to. So let's start with the rich tea classic biscuits. I'm not really a biscuit person, so I've never actually tried these. Oh, they're just sad plain biscuits. Oh, buddy. Okay, I'm just gonna literally crush these with my hand. So how are things? You know, how's life? Oh my God, there's the biggest dove I've ever seen in the backyard. I've been awoken by the call of a dove most mornings around 4 or 5 in the morning. And I bet you it's that big idiot sitting out there. It's the size of a cat. It's massive and he's loud. And he sits outside my window, I swear on purpose, just to spite me. I feel like there's probably a much easier way of crushing these. But now that I've committed to just using my hand, there's no going back. If you are British and you know what graham crackers are, let me know. Where do you buy them? Do certain shops have them? Like, what do you use when you make s'mores? Or do you not make s'mores? Maybe that's the underlying issue. Honestly, that bird is just massive. Oh, buddy, really? That's not what I wanted. All right, don't watch. This table is very clean. Everything's fine. We're only halfway there. Why is this table wet? Where's that coming from? All right, another 3. I guess I just could have put these in a bag and like beat the crap out of the bag. Also, just want to thank everybody who's donated to my channel already. That is unreal. And that is so very kind. And I do want a new camera, but even just like a couple pounds goes towards like this crap that I bought. Like, I'm never gonna finish this whole thing of rich tea biscuits. Let's get real here. I bought it for YouTube. I bought it for you. I hope you enjoy it. Cause this is taking so long. All right, so that's our first cup. It's not quite full of rich tea classics. Now let's do our second cup of just straight up digestives, the original. All right, so I've got about 7 digestives plus 1 rich tea, which I think is about a cup. And I thought I'd do, you know, the bag version, although I think I have a hole. Yeah, there's a hole in there, so let's not do that anymore. Honestly, I'm gonna be so disappointed if these don't turn out. Like, in my gut, I know they won't, because I don't do this nearly enough. But I just really want them to look nice. Is that so much to ask for? All right, that's good enough. And I'm not gonna measure because life is short. Live fast, die young. That looks like a lot. Whoops. So we want to stir in the graham crumbs, which we are currently doing. Not that crummy, maybe need to work on that. Plus the coconut. Now the coconut is not the right thing. I know, and I know it's not. But we need 1 cup of flaked coconut. This stuff was all that I could find. It says it's ideal for creating Moorish macarons. So we need a cup of that. This is a cup, wonderful. That's all right. Now, if you ever do go to Canada, please get one of these like professionally done, because they are so good. And I'm not really like a sweets person. I don't really care for desserts, but I love these so much. And I'm absolutely destroying them. If you screwed up your graham crackers, I would suggest using a fork, because then you can kind of smash them up a little bit as you go along. It's just one of my professional techniques. Picked it up in my years of culinary school. Okay, half a cup of chopped walnuts. I got walnut halves. That's kind of the same, right? We want half a cup. Where'd my half? I've already used it, haven't I? We'll just guess with 1 cup. Hope the neighbors don't mind. We don't want to like pulverize them, but it does say chopped. Oh, I guess I could have cut them. Why would I though, really? Just a little bit smaller than they were previously. That's kind of like half a cup. Nice. Why is this so messy? Because it's me, you dumb idiot. Now, if I remember correctly, Nanaimo Bars have like 3 layers, because why make things easy? And I'm assuming that this is the bottom layer, but I can't really remember what they look like. Okay, so we got our crumbs, coconut, and nuts. Then we want to press onto the bottom of a 9-inch square pan, and we're gonna bake for 8 minutes. Now, I I don't have a 9-inch square pan. I don't really know what that looks like. So we're gonna have to use the only pan that I have. If you watched my first I Can't Make That video, I made brownie Oreo things. Cookie dough brownie Oreos. And that tray pan thing is the only one that I have. So that's just what we're gonna have to use. Just press onto bottom. All right, let's just dump this whole thing out. Now the only thing I actually know how to make properly are chocolate chip banana muffins that my mom and I make like a few times a year, and they're so good. They're obviously dead easy, obviously. But maybe next time I go to Canada, I'll make those so I can redeem myself and like prove like I actually know what to do. But only in that instance. I don't know how to do anything else except those dumb muffins. This is way too thick, and I don't care. We're gonna bake for 8 minutes. And the timer starts now. So how are things? How's life treating you? That's good. Yeah. This country is so funny. It is really funny. We've had a heat wave, right, in Kent for the last little while, and it's been hot. Like, it's hotter in Canada, but Canada has air conditioning basically everywhere, so it's really easy to deal with the heat, whereas here, most homes, like, just don't have it. And it rained the other night, and it finally broke the heat, at least for now. And I actually had people, like, messaging me and commenting on videos, be like, hey, what about that heat? We finally got that rain. How are you finding the heat and the cool and stuff? It's like, we're really gonna talk about the rain. This is what's happening. We're gonna sit here and talk about the rain. It's just so funny. So I'm gonna go ahead and check that one as complete. The next thing is we're gonna mix the custard powder and milk in a medium bowl with whisk until blended. Then we add a 1/4 cup of the remaining butter, mix well. Then we're gonna beat in sugar until blended, and then we're gonna spread onto crust. I guess the crust is what we just made. What a weird term. Okay, let's start again. I'm just gonna use this. Can I use this bowl? Or is that seen as a no-no? We're gonna use this bowl. Guess what? I don't own a whisk. Why not? Okay, so we're gonna mix the custard powder. How much custard powder do we need? 2 tablespoons. Where did my tablespoons go? Okay, I'm not putting my hair in the bowl. That's first off. So, of this bird's custard powder, we need 2 tablespoons. Oh, hello. That's not what I was envisioning. That's far too much. So that's kind of weird. Never seen custard powder before. Wonderful. How do you get this back on? Okay, we've got our custard powder and we need milk. Only 3 tablespoons of milk. That's a reasonable amount. 3 tablespoons. My last video, everybody freaked out that I have skim milk, and I really don't care, you guys. So that's unfortunate, isn't it? 3 tablespoons. Hi everyone, welcome back. So my camera is a piece of garbage and it's turned off itself because it's too hot. Essentially, it's about to catch flame. So all you've missed is me basically talking to myself, and I've mixed the custard powder and the sugar icing and some butter into this sort of orangey mass. This will be the second layer, so we put this on top of our base and then we refrigerate it. So I've got this from the oven. We're gonna pour this onto the crust. How? I'm not so sure. And if this turns off again, all we're gonna do is put this in the fridge for 15 minutes, and then we make the rest of the chocolate final layer. How dare somebody drive by my house while I'm filming? This ain't right. This ain't right. So if you ever do want to make these bars, and I absolutely think you should try, please do not follow what I have done. Literally everything has been wrong. So perhaps maybe watch a video online, or maybe read instructions properly, something like that. I'm also not sure, because I was in the middle of recording, the bit that I was filming might have just been lost forever. So if that's the case and this makes no sense, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna get a better camera, I promise. You know, we gotta make do with what we have, you know? I also realized that I never put anything on the bottom of this tray, you know, like parchment paper perhaps. So getting these bad boys out later will probably be very trying. And so maybe when you're doing this, you could just do it properly. That's good enough. Wonderful. Now we put this in the fridge for 15 minutes. So while we have our concoction in the fridge, the final layer is basically chocolate and butter, because why not? Oh, I get to check off our last step. Final step, microwave the remaining chocolate and butter in a microwavable bowl for like 3 minutes. Stir until chocolate is completely melted. Then we're gonna spread over the custard layer, and then we're gonna refrigerate for several hours before we cut into them. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then fridge them up, and then maybe tonight? What time is it? I don't know. Maybe tomorrow I'll report back my findings. God, I hope these work out. It's taking so long. Now we've got our two base sort of thingy happening here. And now we put our chocolate layer. Oh, matey, look at that. What's up? We're back. It is getting dark out, and I feel like I need to do this now, otherwise I'm probably never gonna film the end of this video. So let's see what they look like. Ta-da! I mean, it's solidified, so that's something. Okay, so a normal person would probably put parchment paper underneath this. I did not do that. So how am I gonna get them out? I don't know. Let's just do this motion and see what happens. So as you probably guessed, Nanaimo Bars are coconutty, walnutty chocolate. Oh, that should not come off. Don't do that. And I have a feeling I'm gonna have to literally scoop this bad boy out. Oh my God. Oh my God, they're kind of right. Check that out. Don't focus on my face. Focus on that. Yeah, no, maybe. Oh. So clearly the bottom layer is far too big, but that's because my pan's not the right size. And that's my excuse that I'm going for. But what do they taste like? Good question. Those are so good. What? I am so impressed. Those are fantastic. By my standards. Do I have high standards? No, I do not. However, they taste so good. And you definitely get the coconut, walnut, and like they're very sweet. I'm not sure they're supposed to be that sweet, but it's too late now. But I genuinely think those are so good. And I am rather proud of myself. So knock on wood, I don't get some sort of food poisoning within the next few hours. And then I think we're in the clear. These have been the I Can't Make That Nanaimo Bars. And I think it's been a success. If you would like to buy my cookbook, that's never gonna happen. Let's get real. That's never ever going to happen. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye! I am so impressed. This lighting is not very nice, but like, just go ahead. Like, that's not right. We know that's not right. But damn, I don't know what to do now.